So hello students, welcome to the session of IT. In today's session, we will be learning about the units of memory. Till now we have learned that computer is made up of three main parts: the input, the CPU and the output. The CPU again comprises of the memory control unit and the ALU. Now when we talk of the user typing in some characters from the input device, the data is being transmitted to the CPU. Now CPU is again made up of memory. So this data needs to be saved in some location in the memory. So it cannot be the character A. Computer doesn't recognize A as such. So we need to convert it into some signals which the computer can interpret and sense. So basically when we talk of a computer, we say it's an electronic device and a digital device. When we talk of a digital device, it means that it can accept input only in the form of high and low signal. Now I told you that computer is an electronic device and not an electrical device. Why? Because electronic device take less voltage as compared to an electrical device. So let's assume that you have got a graph where you are depicting the signal voltage from 0 to 5 voltage. Okay. So when we talk of digital signals, the signals will either be high or they will be low. Okay. So either it can be 5 voltage or 0 voltage, that's all. So now here the 5 voltage will represent the signal high and the 0 voltage will represent the signal 0 voltage. So in other words, the system has been made to recognize high and low signals, and this high signal is nothing but 1 and the low signal is nothing but 0. So the data that will be passed from the keyboard to the CPU or the memory will be nothing but the high and the low signals, that is in the form of zeros and ones. And this is the lowest unit of a computer, which is called as bit. Bit is the combination of zeros and ones, that's all. Your entire text or the characters are made in the combination of zeros and ones. Even your images, audio files, ultimately they are broken up and they will represent the sequence of zeros and ones. So in this way, the evolution of memory has taken place. So the lowest term is the bit, which is 0 and 1s. Then when you have the combination of zeros and ones with 4 bits, then we say it's a nibble. And when you have 8 bits in the set, then it is called as a byte. When this exceeds, then we come to terms of megabytes and gigabytes, which is also known as MB and GB respectively. So finally, your computer storage and memory is measured in terms of MB and GBs. This is restricted to computers, but when we talk of machines which have got higher storage capacity and higher memory capacity, like imagine a machine of Amazon or Flipkart or Yahoo, where there is going to be lots of data which we cannot even imagine, and a small computer will not be sufficient to save that much data. So we need to have a device or a machine which has got higher memory and storage. So at that time the units of memory will exceed. and it will go up to petabytes. So let us begin the data measurement and its size. So when we talk of the different units of memory, the lowest or the smallest unit is the bit, which is either 1 or 0. 1 byte is 8 bits. In between you have got nibble, which is 4 bytes, 4 bits. Then when you have 1024 bytes, then it is called as 1 kilobyte. Then 1024 kilobytes is 1 megabyte. So this 1 kilobyte is also represented as 10 raised to 3. We just ignore for our for simplicity, we ignore this 24 and we just consider as 10 raised to 3. Similarly, 1 megabyte is 1 10 raised to 3 KB. Similarly, 1 gigabyte is 1024 megabytes. Then 1 terabyte is 1000 gigabytes. 1 petabyte is 1000 terabytes and 1 exabyte is 1000 petabytes. So this is the hierarchy or the increasing order of your different units of memory. I hope you have understood how the memory of the computer is measured, and depending on the size, even your cost increases. The higher the size of the memory will be, the higher will be the cost. Thank you.